So apparently, there's been a hazmat situation at the White House. The Secret Service evacuated. They went inside because there was a white powdery substance found in the West Wing. So, a suspicious substance was found in the White House, has reportedly been determined to be cocaine. The substance was found inside the White House West Wing on Sunday, and it sparked an evacuation and an emergency response. Streets were blocked off. Everybody was ordered to leave the building. And this is a report coming from the U.S. Secret Service in a statement they made to the news media. Now, I don't really know what to say about this other than apparently it was enough white powder, I would have to imagine, for them to want to evacuate the entire White House. The DC Fire Department was called to evaluate and quickly determined that the item was non-hazardous. It was sent for further evaluation, and an investigation into the cause has now been initiated by the police, I would imagine the Secret Service. An unnamed official reportedly familiar with the investigation reported the positive test for cocaine. That was the suspicious item that was found. But what do we make of this? I mean, this is breaking news, and I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but it's very interesting that a substance reportedly to be cocaine was found in the White House, in the West Wing, where security is tighter than any place in the entire world, you would imagine. Getting anything in there has to be basically impossible, but this happened. So let's talk about it a little more.
A mysterious white powder was discovered in the West Wing on Sunday, prompting a hazardous materials call to the fire department. I wish I was making this up, but it's true. Newsmax can confirm the powder is presumed by the fire department to be cocaine. It was sent to a lab for further analysis. Hunter, I can tell you, was at the White House on Friday, leaving with his father for Camp David. Sadly, he may have forgotten his party favors, which is unfortunate. Imagine having to hang out with Joe Biden for 4 days sober. Now, that's a long weekend.
And that's what we have right now on the birthday of America. A white powdery substance was found in the White House, prompting a hazmat evacuation response from the DC Fire Department, where firefighters entered in hazmat suits, finding the substance and determining it was not hazardous. But initial reports are that it is cocaine. Cocaine in the White House. This is a first for me, I think. I've never heard of such a thing, and I'm sure it may have happened in the past. I don't know. I don't go to the White House. I've never been a guest. But who, though, has access to the White House at any given time, day or night, for the last few years? Who has had a well-documented addiction to drugs? Who might have left this powdery substance behind? Well, we all know that the president's son is a frequent visitor of the White House. If, in fact, he doesn't live there, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but we do know he is there a lot. We do know that the president's son has a long, well-documented history of drug abuse, drug addiction. And drug addiction is bad no matter who you are, no matter what the circumstance. I don't wish that disease on anyone. It's horrible. But if that's the case, and this person we speak of right now happened to be the one that left this behind, what's going on? I thought this was a reformed person, a person that turned their life around, a good person and the smartest person that Joe Biden knows, according to Joe Biden. Will we ever know the truth? Will we ever know where it came from? I'm going to guess probably not. Will they determine in the future that, in fact, it was not cocaine? I don't know. But the U.S. Secret Service told the media that tests showed that it was cocaine and it wasn't anything hazardous. So now we're left with how did it get there? Why was it there? Who knew it was there? And who was using it there? If in fact this is the son of the president, then how do we move on from this? Will the president admit it? Will he admit that maybe there was a relapse? I don't know. And I'm not there. I'm telling you what I saw and I read and what I just showed you. Those are the reports coming from the Secret Service. Anyone can guess on who may have been responsible for that substance. And it all leads to one person. Now, I'm sure there's hundreds of people in and out of the White House every day. Hundreds of people who have had thorough and rigorous background checks. And I'm assuming drug tests. But I can only assume. All I know is that this doesn't look good for the president and his son, especially because of the well-documented history of that man. So now we wait and see. We wait and see what's going to happen. Is this story just going to disappear? Are the mainstream liberal media outlets going to report it? Is it just going to be another conservative conspiracy theory that wasn't even true to begin with? We don't know. But I, for one, as an American citizen, would like to know who, in fact, is in the White House or working in the White House or even a guest at the White House bringing illegal drugs in there. Because that, quite frankly, is a crime, and it should be an arrestable crime. So if they find the person who left this alleged cocaine, will they be charged with it? Will they be banned from the White House? If they have a security clearance, will that be stripped? That all remains to be seen. But all I know is, on the birthday of our country, where we should be celebrating living in the best country in the world, this story comes out, and I'm pretty sure a lot of liberal pundits will be saying, it's just propaganda, it's just conservative lies, and you know how much they dislike that man or his son, and we can only wait and see what the actual facts are. So I can only report to you what I have since seen and read, that in fact it was supposedly cocaine and it was found somewhere in the West Wing. So we wait and see. Does the president's son have access to the entire White House? Does he have access to the library, the Oval Office, any other living quarters in the White House? We don't know. But I for one, I'm going to say that this right here is just another kick in the face to the American people with all the issues and problems we've seen out of this White House, that all of a sudden now there's reported drugs in the White House. And that's just another kick in the face to Americans. We want a man running this country who's of sound mind and body, who's doing the right thing for all American people, and whose family does right things for the American people. We've seen so far that that's reportedly not the case with all the investigations that have been happening about the Biden family, all the reports that have come out. The laptop was Russian propaganda, now it's legitimate, and so on and so on. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but this is just another slap in the face to Americans, that if it is the person that I may believe it is and you may believe it is, then we have a big problem, and something really needs to be done here, because everything about this White House seems to be bad news. There's no good news coming out of there. And every day, the longer and longer this administration goes on, it's always something negative. Even so, where the liberal media outlets are reporting the negativity. So let's wait and see. Let's see where this goes. And hopefully we'll find out who the source is that brought this supposed cocaine into the White House. And if in fact they will be charged with a crime for having an illegal drug, especially in the house that belongs to the American people, where the president resides. Absolute nonsense that this even happens today. But it seems that this administration is just bringing us further and further downhill than we could ever imagine. And we can only hope that it turns around soon, because I think we're on a slow boat to Nowheresville with these people. And something really needs to give. This is just a shame that this is even happening today. On the 4th of July, here we are with another supposed scandal, if you will, coming out of Washington. And that's it. So if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you real soon.